Okay, so welcome to the Masters of Masculinity rice section. So here's where I teach you how to cook rice. It's so easy. The first thing is this is known as a slow cooker. You don't have to get this exact brand. I've gotten this, from the very beginning, and it works really well. Now, what's cool about this is that you can, press the on button, and then there's brown rice, Smart Steam, slow cook, quick rice, white rice, delay timer. And all I do is when I put my brown rice or quinoa in there, I just click the brown rice button and this shit does the rest. And I don't exactly know what the mechanism is inside, but it's always worked. So just use this shit. Now, how do you do it? You open this up. It also comes with this little container for the rice. So it's very easy. What do? You take your rice. Now, this is going to be 32 ounces or 2 pounds of rice. And this should last you a week easily, okay? So you're just gonna pour. Now the reason I'm doing this entire thing is because I'm cooking for 2 people, D-Lip and I. You're only gonna have to use half of this, okay? And brown rice is easily going to last, 4, 5, 6 days, simply because at the end we're gonna put some olive oil on it so it stays really moist and really nice, and you can eat it. It's going to taste good the whole time. So I put this entire 2-pound bag. I throw this away. And I also got quinoa, as you know, right? You know about the quinoa. So again, you could put this entire quinoa in there. I'm going to put the entire thing. This is a pound. So this is going to be 3 pounds of rice that we're going to cook at the same time. And you're going to see like day 4, day 5, how fresh it stays. But yeah, so I'm going to put again this whole thing. Okay. It's a lot. Okay, so 3 pounds of rice is all in here. Now, I've never cooked this much rice. Usually I do like half of this or a quarter of this because I cook for like 2-3 days, but now we're cooking for 6 days. Now what you do is you take cold water and you pour it over to wash the rice. Okay? Okay, so you're going to pour enough that it actually flows, and you're just going to go like this a bit. Okay? To wash. And then you're going to dump out the water. And obviously, as you dump out, some of the rice is going to go out too, but that's, totally normal. What are you going to do, right? You go like this, you let the water, some of the water is not going to leave. But now, look, I've mixed quinoa and brown rice in here. Okay, it's a really nice addition, I found. And you're going to really like it because it gives you the chance of having some kind of diversity. So I'm just throwing out the water. Some of the rice falls out too. Now I could do this with a strainer. It just takes longer, man. Like honestly, a tad of rice is going to fall out. No big deal, man. We want to look, man, a big part of this is just saving time. So I'm still doing this. A lot of the water is already out. Okay. So now a lot of the water is already out. This is almost full. Now, what I feel is, actually, let's do it this way, just so you see. I don't want to do this whole thing because you're going to cook half of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour out half. I'm going to cook it. Then I'm going to cook the other half, just so you can have 2 times the benefit. Okay? So I'm going to take this guy. And also this allows you to see what it looks like. So this is what comes with this, by the way. So I'm just going to take half of this out, put it in here. Okay, so if you are cooking for 2 people, let's say you're a friend, maybe your master brother lives in your city. We're going to try that. We're going to link up people according to geographic location first. So if you look at your master brother and he is in your city, then maybe you guys want to cook together. That would be the dopest thing ever, man. So what I've done is taken out about half. Actually, I'll take out a bit more. This is what half looks like. All right, so I'll take out half, and just because I never cooked so much, man, I don't want this to go bad. Like, we want this to stay fresh. So yeah, that much. And then so I'm going to cook this second time. So I'm going to put this here on the side. So now we've washed it one time. Next, what I'm going to do is just going to pour water. And I'm going to pour it so there's water about an inch above the rice. So when I pour it down like this, I don't know if you can see it, but there's about an inch in between the rice and the water. That's all you want, about an inch. And actually, you can even go about an inch and a half just to have enough water in there, so enough water absorbs in and it allows for the cooking to happen. It's so the rice is around here, and the water is around here. So it's about like an inch, maybe an inch and a half, something like that, but it's closer to an inch. So all you do is you take this. It's so easy, man. You put it in here, you close it, you press on, okay? And then you press brown rice, and that's it. That's fucking it. You just leave it there, and eventually it's gonna say like 10, 9, 8. It might take like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It's done, and then you can eat it. And once this is done, so while this is cooking, you're not just waiting here, you're cooking your meat at the same time. And then we're gonna do 2 portions of this. So once this is done, I'm gonna put the other one in, and then we're gonna cook that too. And then you'll see that both look really good and taste really good. And in terms of salt and what to put on the pepper to preserve it while it's in the fridge, also like we're gonna put some olive oil in there, which is really good monounsaturated fat. We're gonna put that in there, and you'll see how that's done as well. So stay tuned for that. Let me grab my coffee real quick. You don't have to like do anything fancy. So that's it. Now let's get to meat. The rice is now done. Now it says 0. It was 10, 9, 8, 7. Now it's 0. And what we can do is we can open this up and show you how the rice looks because we were done. I don't know. Okay. Voila. Holy shit, amazing. Wow. So then what you do, see how easy this is? And then you take a little thing, you go like this. Look, it filled up all the way. If I would have put, by the way, if I would have put all of this, it would have overflown. So this was a fucking genius thing I did, that I put half of it out. So don't fill it up, huh? Because that water, because the rice is small. Once water goes into the rice, then it flows, and there's, it becomes bigger and bigger. It kind of like, you're like, the water is like empowering the rice, right? So now what we're gonna do is, very simply, let's take this out. Careful, it's hot. And put it to the side. Throw this rice out here. Put this back, and make sure, guys, to turn it off, because you don't want it to just remain hot. Sometimes people forget that. So we're about to put the second rice in. Put this back. So here it is, and this is real, because this is what's gonna happen when you cook. So rice is done. Okay, you see a little bit of quinoa in there, a little bit of rice in there, and it's so good, man. It's so good. Okay, and I'm just gonna taste it just for the heck of it. So. Taste it. Amazing. You want to do it like this because the rice, if you want to move it a little bit, give it a little bit of flow, give it a little bit of movement.
I was born in movement.
A little bit of action. Okay. Now, ideally, you would want to put this in something and then put it inside the fridge for the next day so you can cook the next rice. You always want to kind of empty this out. So I usually have these little socks that I use just to hold it, because it's really hot. Yeah, it's super hot. So let's take some of this rice, put it in here for storage. I'm gonna show you how to put the finishing touches on this, because this is not the end. And man, dude, I went years and years thinking making rice was hard, that it was like some complicated thing. You have to have the right amount of water, and you have to cook it a certain way. You have to do a timer. All that is bullshit. It's so easy to cook rice. Man, and if you think, and if you might be one of these people like, man, Doc cooked this rice thing so fast and it's so easy. Yeah, man, welcome. And by the way, we don't have salmon here. We don't have any kind of fish, but we will show you how to cook fish soon. We just didn't bring it today. We just forgot. So just like right now, man, it's okay. Like you forget something, it's okay. Just cook it the next day. In the beginning, you might forget stuff. It's no big deal. Like even I'm a professional here, and I've been doing this for a while, and I forgot to get fish today. Because we're very excited. We talked to a girl, and I talked to a girl, and she was really great and stuff. So maybe that's why I forgot. I have no idea. I was quite excited to see that girl. So now, second time, same thing. Now, if some of this rice is in here, don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Like it's just gonna get recooked. Don't worry about that. You don't have to wash it and stuff. Okay, so you go like this. This is take 2. Now you're really gonna become a master, because you're gonna see this for the second time. So again, first time you're just washing this. Okay? Go like this, kind of twirl it a bit. Okay, and I do cold water. Doesn't matter really, you want to use hot water, you want to use lukewarm, it's fine. I just like to use cold. Pour this out, and and always, man, like, make cooking enjoyable. Make it fun, make it something that's enlightening, something like you're a man, you're cooking your own food. It's like hunting for animals, right? But you're just cooking, man. Just like enjoy it. It's great.
Invite a girl to cook with you.
Yeah, invite a girl to cook with you, man. Amazing. Like, she'll be like, girls are really impressed when they see me like cooking, and they see me just like post Instagram photos of my food. They're like super impressed. I've seen Snapchat from girls. They're like, feed me. I get these Snapchats, feed me. And it's an easy way to get dates. It's like, yeah, first date, you just cook for the girl, right? So again, you fill it up. Go like this. Just kind of clear up. Put all the rice and quinoa inside. And as I was saying, you want about 1 inch on top. Maybe 1 inch or 1.5 inches. Yeah, that's pretty good. So about that, about 1 inch on top, and that's it, man. You plug this shit in again. You open this up. So you open it up, you put that in there, just like last time. And remember, you don't have to get this exact slow cooker. You can get anyone. You press it on and you press brown rice. That's it, you wait. Now we're gonna go back to the meat. One thing you guys wanna do, bringing the rice back, is the olive oil that we got. I'm gonna show you exactly what type of olive oil to get. You wanna get the right, because a lot of olive oils aren't really olive oil. It's just some synthetic thing. They're just like fake olive oils. They've done basically like fraud olive oil. And people have done research to find out which are the right type of olive oil. So we're gonna tell you that. That's in another video, and you're also gonna find it in our database. So you make sure you get the right type of olive oil. Put a little bit like this all over. Okay? And do that to all of your different containers. And just put a little bit of sea salt for that. Just a bit. And then just shake it a bit. Like that. And the olive oil will seek all the way down. So you just like help it a little bit by doing this. And that's gonna help preserve the rice for the week, for the next 4 to 5 days or 6 days. A lot of students say, hey man, I made brown rice, and after the 3rd or 4th day it gets stale, it doesn't taste good. This is why the olive oil is there. It's gonna help it do that. So I do it with this. Do the same thing with this. And remember, this is free flow, man. Like, you forget some of this stuff, it's okay. You bring it back and you do it again. You just fix it. And the more you do this, the more you're gonna get used to it, the more perfect you're gonna make it as you go. And you can be liberal with this, man. Olive oil is really good monounsaturated fat, which is one of the predictors of high testosterone. So just make sure you get the right one. Okay, a little bit of sea salt. Again, pink Himalayan salt is better, but the store didn't have it, so don't worry about it. Now, once you're done, and this is another thing you should write in your list, foil. So we're making a list of all this stuff, and you're gonna get the list of everything you need, so don't worry about it. But in case you forgot, make sure you get foil too. All you're gonna do is take the foil and cover it up like this. Okay? And this will go in your fridge. And every day you're just gonna take it out. You're gonna put however much your portion is, and we're gonna tell you how much portion to use. You're gonna put it in your tray, you're gonna put it in your toaster, and that's it. You're gonna eat it. Simple. And all of these other rice buckets, I'm also gonna cover with foil. Like this. And look, man, even if this entire operation takes you 2 hours, I mean, look, I'm talking, you're gonna be listening to music, there's gonna be music playing in the background. If you do this with a girl, that means like there's 2 hours that you're spending with the girl, and you're talking about her, you're talking about what she likes, her hobbies, what she enjoys in life, what her purpose in life is. You're gonna be, maybe you're already romantic with the girl, so you can kiss the girl. You can even take quick 5-minute breaks and fuck the girl, and do quickies and stuff, in the kitchen. Like, girls love that shit, man. Just like, just be a man, be real. Just be romantic. You can do a lot of things, man. A lot of fun shit. You can bond, even like with your parents, if you cook with them, your brother, your sister, your grandma. You can bond with cooking, man. It really brings families together. It's really nice. It's not always about like girls, you know, it's about everything. As a man, you respect everyone. You have a discipline, you have strength towards the whole world.